So in today's video I wanted to talk about one of the most underrated pieces of information we've got on the screen using the HUD whenever we're racing. Now I don't know whether I'm pointing in the right corner, but either one of these top corners, usually the left when you're gaming yourself, is going to be the heads-up display and the delta. The delta is probably one of the most fundamental pieces of information, whether it's on your wheel or even in sports like Formula 1. Drivers will always be driving to a set delta. Obviously you're going to get lap 1, maybe lap 2, 3 underway. You're going to find out where you are in the pack, and then it's time to start looking at that delta. Knowing the kind of delta that you should be hitting, probably determine this during qualifying, a lap time that you're capable of. But let's say, for example, you're able to smash, I'll take Brands Hatch as an example, or let's take Bathurst as an example. A 2:03 lap at Bathurst on Xbox console, probably hitting, for the majority of drivers, maybe around a 2:05. But let's say, for example, during qualifying you managed a 2:03. You managed to push the car to its potential and you hit a 2:03. Now, should you be hitting a 2:03 every single lap? Not a chance, really. You're never gonna be able to carry that kind of momentum throughout the entire race, and it's best off not pushing to that limit on every single lap. So driving to a set delta is something that you can achieve, and you can choose yourself quite easily. Let's say, for example, you're doing a 2:03 maximum. Let's dial it back a bit to 2:04, 2:05, and if you can hit that consistently, that would be your kind of delta that you're aiming for. Now let's say, for example, you're managing to hit a 2:04 quite comfortably, and you take a tiny bit of damage, maybe you rub a wall or something like that, and you notice that there's a drop off in your delta. Now, well, that's gonna give you two options really. Is it going to be worthwhile pitting, taking maybe a 24-second pit stop, 30-second pit stop in Assetto Corsa Competizione? So if, say for example, you're doing a 2:04 consistently and you drop off in time having taken some damage, you're doing a 2:10. It's going to be fundamentally in your best interests to take that pit stop. Obviously you're losing 6 seconds a lap, and it's not going to take long for that to be compounding if you're in a long race. So using that delta, you can sort of understand whether it's going to be worthwhile taking a pit stop. Maybe you've got 3 more laps to go, you can gauge how far someone else is behind you. So always looking at that delta, and if you've given yourself a margin of doing a 2:04 each lap, you might just really focus on your exits, your exit out of corners, or you might be thinking, okay, I'm up on my delta, I'm 3/10 up within the first sector. You can ease off a little bit, maybe through the twistier section, through the mountain section, where you could be prone to making mistakes, just not pushing so hard. Or maybe you've gained time through the mountain and you can just ease off in the braking zone for the last couple of corners, but just try and maintain a certain delta. It will give more longevity to the tyres. You're not pushing the car as much, and you're not prone to making more mistakes trying to hit faster and faster lap times. Another area where the delta can be useful is if you just alter the MFD, you can start to see what sort of lap times other drivers are setting as they cross the line. For example, you're behind by 5 seconds. By looking at the lap time as they cross the line, you can kind of work out, say they're doing a 2:05 and you're doing a 2:04 with your delta. You know that if you're just continuing to keep at your 2:04, you're going to catch the guy in 5 laps time. It's always something that you should be looking at, your lap delta, the sector times that you're setting, to know whether you're either up on your delta or you're down on your delta. But yeah, just one that I pay attention to so much during a race it becomes the main focus once I've passed maybe 2 or 3 laps. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of these little short videos. Ciao for now.